Hello, my beautiful, beautiful bookish besties. We are back today with TBR video. I'm so excited for this one because it incorporates Percy Jackson. Because in honor of the Percy Jackson show, which just came out, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to. I am letting Camp Half-Blood choose my TBR, and the way I did this is that I researched all the cabins and selected books that correlate with that cabin. I went onto the wiki pages for each one and read through the traits, and then picked a book that fit that trait. And then after we go through the potential TBR items, I'm going to take a personality test to see what cabin I belong to, and whichever one I get is the one whose books I'm going to be making my April TBR. Does that make sense? I feel like that was kind of confusing, but you'll get it as we go along. So let's go through each. Actually, first, before we go through the cabins, we have to go through March's TBR and see how I did. So these were the books that got chosen. It was very ambitious. Way too ambitious. I could never have done this. There were 23 books. And how many did I read? Let's see. 14 and a half. So not terrible. It's more than half. I'm counting it as a win. The half comes from the Serpent and Wings of Night, which I started but haven't finished. I'll be finishing it in April. Should I say which one was my favorite and least favorite of the ones I read? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. My favorite was The Fault in Our Stars, although that was also low-key my least favorite because that was heart-wrenching. That was actually terrible. And a close second favorite was If We Were Villains and Five Survived. Those were also really good. Oh, and The Devil Today by Casey Bateman was also really good. That's a notable mention. Incredible. My least favorite was probably Bride or Witch of Wild Things. Yeah, we'll get into that in the wrap-up. The book, let's do the book I'm most upset that I didn't get to. King of Scars. Yeah, I really, really want to read that because Leigh Bardugo has not let me down yet. Every single book I've read from her has been a 5-star, and I just know that this one would be too if I actually sat down and read it, but I just couldn't get the time, unfortunately. Okay, now that we've gone through this, it's time for us to go over the books that I could potentially get added to the April TBR. This is going to take a while because there's 20 cabins. We have a lot to go over. I'm going to try to speedrun it. I'll explain very quickly why each book goes with that cabin, and then we'll take the quiz and see what actually is on the TBR. Okay, so the first cabin, Zeus's cabin. These are the traits of those in Zeus's cabin, according to Camp Half-Blood Fanon.fandom.com. So they have good leadership qualities, stormy gray eyes or bright blue eyes, rarely suffer from acrophobia, which is the fear of heights, are very physically fit and attractive, and they are ambitious and goal-oriented. I don't think I'm going to get this cabin. This is not me at all, but maybe I don't know myself at all. So these are the books I chose for Zeus's cabin. So for rarely suffer from acrophobia, the fear of heights, I chose Light Years by Cass Morgan because it's about a pilot. And pirates are not scared of heights. That would just, maybe she is. Actually, I don't know. But that would be weird because why is she a pilot? Would not make sense. And then for stormy gray eyes or bright blue eyes, I chose the Iron King. I put a close-up of an eye so no one can doubt me. This is a bright blue eye, if I do say so myself. For the very physically fit and attractive category, I chose IOU by Christy Marie. I feel like that one speaks for itself. Just look at the abs. I've never wanted to lick something more. Obviously, very fit. I used Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher for the good leadership qualities because the hero is about to become a CEO. Or he is already a CEO or something. I don't know. I haven't read it yet. I'll find out, I'm sure. But as a CEO or future CEO, he should possess good leadership qualities, I would hope. And then the Hookup Plan by Farah Roshan for ambitious and goal-oriented because the FMC is a pediatric surgeon and you don't become a pediatric surgeon without having ambition. And the hero is a millionaire, and I'm assuming he's ambitious too to get to that status unless he's a trust fund kid. Even if he is, the FMC fits the requirements of this cabin. So the book says, so if I get the Zeus cabin, these are the books I'll read. They all sound really good. So I wouldn't be upset. In fact, I'm low-key rooting for this cabin. This looks packed. Then we have Hera's cabin. She is the goddess of marriage. Hers is the only cabin that doesn't have traits to go along with it because no one's in her cabin. I might be the first. So all of the books I chose for her have something to do with weddings, marriage life. The wedding party is right there in the title, weddings. Yeah. The Brutal Prince is arranged marriage. Rock, Paper, Scissors is a domestic thriller. The Wrath in the Dawn is about a guy named Khalid who has gotten married many times, and every single time he kills his bride by morning. I'm very intrigued by this one. I just bought this at the thrift store, and I really want to read it. Marriage for One is fake marriage? I think I could be wrong on that. It might be marriage of convenience. Either way, it has something to do with marriage, so it fits. Those in Poseidon's cabin can telekinetically control any ship they're on. They can breathe underwater. Some of them possess the siren voice. They're excellent at water sports, and they often have green or blue eyes. the books I chose for this cabin. The first one is Sea of Ruin. This fits the can telekinetically control any ship that are on prompt. Kind of. It doesn't feature characters who can telekinetically control ships, but it does feature people who can steer ships with their hands. The hero is a pirate, and that's close enough for me. I don't know where I'm going to find a book about people who can telekinetically control ships. That prompt is a little too oddly specific. A pirate romance is the closest we're going to get with that prompt. For green blue eyes, again, I chose the girl on the Iron King. She has blue eyes. Every time blue eyes come up, I'm using this book, mostly because I don't feel like searching for a bunch of different blue-eyed people on covers, but also because I actually really do want to read this. It sounds so good. Can Breathe Underwater, I chose Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. This follows a mermaid who travels across the sea and meets other mermaids. I heard the focus of this book is on female friendships, and I love to see girls supporting girls. Excellent at water sports, I chose Ruby Ramos's Recipe for Success. The hero in this is a surfer, and the cover is so cute. Also, one of the cutest I've ever seen with the pink and the cartoon, and it's just adorable. And for Siren Voice, I chose Rhapsodic. I have no idea how to say that word, but the female main character of this book is a siren. Demeter is gorgeous. Look at those long, luscious locks of hers. She is so pretty. I hope I can be in her cabin. I would be honored. Anyway, oh my gosh, also her cabin is so pretty. I just looked at it. I was too focused on her, but now I'm looking at the cabin, and that is also gorgeous. She is gorgeous. Those in her cabin are great gardeners, great cooks, and have beautiful golden lock hair like she does, get along well with most land animals, and have motherly personalities. The first book I chose is Hedging Your Bets by Jane Denker. This follows two people who are competing in a gardening contest. And then Great Cooks, I chose Sweet Hand by Angie Peltier. The FMC is a pastry chef, and I know baking and cooking a little different, but it's the same idea. I'm going with it. Golden Blonde Hair, I chose Long Way Down because the FMC in this is Daisy, and she has blonde hair. Get Along Well with Land Animals, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. There's a dog on the cover. Motherly, Fuel the Fire. Rose Calloway is my role model, and Mother in Spirit. Then we have Arius's cabin. He kind of is, but those in his cabin also are hot-headed and arrogant, claustrophobic, excellent war strategist, courageous, and stubborn. For hot-headed and arrogant, I chose Ruthless Fate. This is the second book in the Zodiac Academy series, which I low-key don't want to continue, but everyone says it gets better. I hated the first book, but I'm willing to try a little more. I'll give the second book a chance and see if it's any better, because everyone says it gets better. But this fits prompt because the heroes in this book fit this description. They're all hot-headed and arrogant, and I say heroes very lightly. They're all actually awful. For claustrophobic, I chose the sanatorium because it says on the cover you won't want to leave until you can't, so the people want out of this locked place, and people with claustrophobia want out too. They don't want to be locked in either, so it fits. And then for excellent war strategists, I chose the Poppy War just because it says war. Honestly, they're probably strategizing about war in there. Courageous, I chose That Self-Same Metal by Brittany and Williams. This follows a character who is fighting a fate uprising. You have to be pretty courageous to be doing that. Stubborn, I chose A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. This is the second book in the From Blood and Ash series. Poppy is as stubborn as they come, so it fits. I love her though. I love her so much. I say stubborn as a compliment. The traits of those in Athena's cabin are they have gray eyes, they're crafty and artistic, very persuasive and can get people to do their bidding easily. Their fatal flaws are their deadly pride and arrogance, and they have a know-it-all personality. So the first book, again, Ruthless Fate. That's great. Why did I put this in multiple cabins? I literally don't want to read it. Well, it's like morbid curiosity. I kind of want to read it just because I'm curious, like how much worse could it get? Or does it really get better? I'm weirdly curious, even though I hated the first book and it was 1 star. Anyway, this fits the prompt because the Fae in this book have the power to get people to do their bidding. They just have that power. They look at their eyes and they're like, do this, and people do that. Like, in the first book, Professor Orion made the girls stand on their desk and act like a chicken. What even was that book? Gray eyes, I chose Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I put a close-up so you can see. The eyes are clearly gray. Fatal flaw is having deadly pride or arrogance. I chose Pride by E.B. Zuboy. It's in the title. So, crafty and artistic. I chose A Love Song for Ricky Wiles. Tell me why it was so hard to find a book about an artist that I actually want to read. It took me over 45 minutes to find one. I was reading so many blurbs trying to find a crafty artist, and finally I got one. It's this. The FMC in this is described as impulsive and artistic in the blurb. That's perfect. Exactly what I was looking for, and I actually want to read it. Know-it-all personality, Fuel the Fire by Kristen Becker Ritchie. Rose and Connor quite literally know everything. When I say know-it-all, I'm not saying it as an insult. Not when it comes to them, because they really do know everything. My genius babies. I love them so much, and I can't wait to read their book. Those in Apollo's cabin are naturally talented archers. They're skilled in basketball, have a knack for medicine, are afraid of the dark, and their hair gets gold in the sun. His hair is stunning. He is stunning. He looks so good in that picture. Okay. For naturally talented archers, I'm actually so glad I got this prompt because it reminded me of Sweet Ruin by Kresley Cole. I've had this book on my TBR for at least 2 years, but because it's been such a long time since I added it and it was never on my priority TBR, I forgot about it. And this prompt reminded me of its existence. This is why I love doing TBRs. It puts things on your radar that would have never been there before, and some of them actually turn out to be really good. This might be one of them. The plot sounds awesome. The blurb says it follows an archer who travels to the mortal realm to slay the oldest living Valkyrie. So it's probably going to be enemies to lovers. And I love that I can never resist a fantasy enemies to lovers book. Skilled in basketball, I chose Longshot by Kennedy Ryan. The hero is in the NBA. And then again, hair gets golden in the sun. I used Long Way Down because Daisy is blonde. Have a knack for medicine. I chose yours truly. Both the MCs are doctors. And Afraid of the Dark, I chose The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. I'm pretty sure the FMC is Afraid of the Dark. I think I heard that there's a scene where they get stuck on an elevator and he has to talk her down because the lights go out or something. And am I thinking of the right book? I think it was this one. And if I'm wrong, oh well. Artemis's Cabin. It's mostly female. They're good at hunting, shy about sex because their mother is a virgin goddess. They love animals and they are exceptional in the art of dagger fighting. The first book, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Again, I really want to read this, so I'm just putting it in a bunch of cabins. If you've read from Blood and Ash, words escapes me. If you've read that, you know that Poppy's dagger is to her what our phones are to us. She has it on her at all times, and she knows how to use it, and she's very good at it. Good at hunting, I chose Heartless Hunter. Shy about sex, I chose The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. The premise of this book is that he's teaching her how to be more intimate because she's kind of uncomfortable with it or something like that. Mostly female, I chose A Sapphic Romance because females, she drives me crazy, is the one I chose. Loves animals, again, yours truly. Hey, can you guys tell I really want to read this book? I put it in so many cabins to increase my chances. Okay, what's next? Hephaestus' cabin? They're mechanics, hold grudges, perfectionists, expert builders, and they have strong arms and legs. Strong arms and legs, I chose Huddle With Me Tonight by Farah Roshan. I kind of hate the cover, but the blurb sounded good. And do you see the arms on this guy? He is built. Can't see his legs, but they're probably packed too. So, it fits the prompt. Holds grudges. I chose Dreams Lie Beneath by Rebecca Ross. This follows a girl who holds a grudge against magicians and wants revenge. I love Rebecca Ross's writing, so I want to read this. For perfectionist, I chose Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. Someone on Reddit said the FMC is a perfectionist, and I'm taking their word for it. Expert builders, I chose Playing for Keeps. I'm pretty sure the MFC in this is in construction. I think so. Maybe not. Mechanic, I didn't actually read the blurb of this or know the plot, but I'm assuming the guy in Luna and Eli is a mechanic based on the way he's hunted over this car. He's getting all up in there. He must be a mechanic, right? Aphrodite's cabin is the cutest. Pink is my favorite color. I'm obsessed with this. And her. Look how gorgeous she looks in that picture. The first trait is attractive, which is very fitting. Look at her. And then second, attention to detail, great fashion and beauty designers, love being at the center of attention, and are good swimmers. Okay, so I have Cress for this one, for love being at the center of attention. Thorn is the love interest in this book, and based on what we saw of him in the second book, the guy loves attention. Attractive, I chose Sweet Hand by N.G. Peltier because the FMC is stunning. Good swimmers, I chose On the Hustle by Adriana Herrera. The hero is a former Olympic swimmer. Attention to detail, I chose Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands because Emily had her journal entries in the first book very detailed. And I'm assuming the second book is going to be more of the same. And then for great fashion designer, I, of course, had to choose Fuel the Fire because Rose is the best fashion designer. I don't care that I can't visually see her things. I just know she is brilliant and trendy and cool, and I just love her so much. She is my queen. Hermes' cabin, they have severe kleptomania, sharp noses, athletic, good at lying, and known to gamble. Okay, for severe kleptomania, I chose A Million to One by Adiba Jagirda because it follows a thief and her band of misfits as they pull off a heist. There's lots of stealing going on here. For sharp noses, the first thing I thought of with this prompt was Pinocchio. So I looked at Pinocchio retelling, and In the Lives of Puppets was one of the ones that came up. Athletic, I chose Sunny Disposition by Deanna Gray. The hero is a hockey player. Good at lying, I chose Lies, Lies, Lies by Adele Parks. I chose this because of the title and the tagline, which says every marriage has them. Lies, lies, lies. Known to gamble, I chose Black Number 4 by Candy Steiner. The FMC is said to be one of the most ambitious poker players in the country. Is this Dionysus? I have no idea how to pronounce this, honestly. Dionysus? I don't know. But the people in his cabin have control over nature, can curse people, have acting skills, and get along with cats. And they're fertile. Okay. Get along with cats. I chose Fuel the Fire by Kristen Beck Ritchie again. This is another one that I keep putting in a bunch of cabins because I really want to read to it. This fits the prompt because Connor and Rose get along very well with his cat, Sadie. Control over nature, I chose not Zodiac Academy, Vampire Academy. Switching it up. The main character in this can harness the Earth's magic. And this is actually one of the newest additions to my physical TBR, so it'd be fun to just knock it out right away. For Can Curse People, I chose Of Curses and Kisses by Santia Menon. I don't think the MCs can curse people, but the hero has a curse placed on him, and that's close enough for me. Also, the cover is adorable. Acting skills, I chose A Show for Two by Tashi. The hero is an actor. And for fertile, I chose Out on a Limb because this features the accidental pregnancy trope. Hades' cabin. This is one of the most exciting ones. Even though I'm probably not going to get this because this doesn't fit me at all, but those in this cabin are gloomy, tend to stick to themselves, have dark hair, they have the ability to control shadows and darkness, and can communicate with the dead. For Can't Communicate with the Dead, I chose If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda's Son. The FMC can speak to ghosts. For Tend to Stick to Themselves, I chose Long Story Short by Serena Kaler. Because the FMC isolates herself to the point that her parents are actually concerned about her. Dark hair, I chose 7 Days in June. As you can see on the cover, the MCs both have dark hair. Ability to control shadows, I chose The Stolen Throne by Abigail Owen. The hero in this is a shadow daddy. Gloomy, I chose the hero... What did I choose? Terms and Conditions. Because the hero is a gloomy grump. People in Iris's cabin have wings. They're extremely good artists. They have bright and colorful personalities. They have rainbow-like hair, and they are peaceful. And can I just say that Iris is eating up this photo shoot? Look at that. Look at her. She's giving the outfit, the hair, the pose, the wings, the crown, the scenery. She's giving. She looks amazing. The books in her cabin. The first one, Say You'll Be Mine by Naina Kumar, for bright and colorful personalities. The hero describes the FMC as vibrant in the blurb, and look at how bright and colorful the cover is. I love it. It's very eye-catching. And gorgeous. For wings, I chose House of Sky and Breath. As you can see on the cover, Bryce Boytoy does indeed have wings. Rainbow-like hair again, right there on the cover of Daughter and Spoken Bone. Extremely good artist. We already talked about this. The FMC of a love song for Ricky Wilde is an artist. And for peaceful, I chose In Love with Luz Prescott because the first words in the blurb are a woman's peaceful life. For Hypnosis Cabin, sorry, I was just looking at his cabin, comparing it to the other cabins, and it just looks so boring. There's nothing about it that's so special, especially going from, look at Iris' cabin, and then we go from this, so vibrant, to this. The contrast, crazy. Okay, but those in this cabin tend to sleepwalk, they have narcolepsy, creepily calm, very beautiful or handsome, and use a death stare to intimidate most people. I chose Fuel Fire by Kristen Becker Ritchie because Rose is the queen of glaring. No one does it like her. Tend to Sleepwalk, I chose Verity by Colleen Hoover. It was so hard to find a book about a sleepwalker. Verity kept coming up in my search, and I'm just going to go with it because I don't want to search any more. Narcolepsy, I chose A Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. I went to the Evercuttable Reddit for this one because I couldn't think of any books off the top of my head with this, and someone recommended this in there. This is apparently a polyamorous romance with one of the FMCs having narcolepsy. Can I just say, Reddit was so helpful with the making of this video. I would have been lost without it. Reddit, I love it. It is like the Wikipedia for me. Creepily Calm, again, Sunny Disposition by Deanna Gray. The hero is described as never smiling, and the FC finds it challenging to make him smile. So he's giving those creepily calm vibes that we need. Very beautiful and handsome. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. The hero is described as handsome in the blurb. Campers in Nemesis Cabin deeply care about those afflicted by injustice, never fail to get revenge against wrongdoing, are very serious, have perfect reflexes, and can curse things. For the first prompt, we have The Hate You Give. The fact that I haven't read this yet should be a crime. This is about a girl who is trying to get justice for someone who was unjustly shot and killed by a police officer. It has words, so it must be good. For Never Fail to Get Revenge Against the Wrongdoing, we have Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlson. The blurb says he lures her onto his boat seeking vengeance. I'm very intrigued by this, mostly because of the cover. The cover is so cool, and it sounds like it's going to be enemies lovers, which I love, so I think I'm going to love this. Very serious. I chose Terms and Conditions. The hero is a grumpy, serious businessman, perfect reflexes. A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Poppy and Castile both have killer reflexes. Literally killer. Can curse things. We already talked about that one. Nike's Cabin. The people here are athletic, possess enhanced strength. They're competitive, driven, and hardworking. So for athletic, I chose Huddle With Me Tonight by Farah Roshan. He's a football player. Enough said. He's athletic. For enhanced strength, I'll Catch You. This is the second book in that series. He's also a football player. Football players possess a lot of strength. For competitive, I chose From Love with Cold World. This is one of my favorite covers ever. It's gorgeous. In this book, the two main characters are tasked with finding ways to bring in more revenue to their place of business, and a rivalry develops between them. There's competition, and one thing about me is that I will eat up Rivals Lovers every single time, so I'm very excited about this. If I get this cabinet, I'm excited to read all these. That's why they're here. And then for Driven, we have Not Here to Be Liked by Michelle Quash. I think this is also Rivals Lovers. I'm getting treated in Nike's Cabin. I really hope I get this one, actually. This follows a girl who is trying to become the editor-in-chief of her school newspaper. She knows what she wants, and she's going for it like a driven woman would. Hardworking, we have Promposal. This is a YA romance about an overachiever who's working hard to go to her dream school. We're spending way more time than I thought we would going over the cabins and the books selected for each one. I feel like this video is going to be way too long now, but maybe you're getting some recs out of this. Maybe some books you haven't heard of, because I picked a bunch of underrated stuff to put in here. So there's that. Sorry, I was really hoping I would get through these fast and then we could do the quiz. But it's just not working out the way. Okay, so for Hebe's Cabin, the people here can see glimpses of the future. They're mysterious, have innate knowledge of trivial information, tend to have big hearts that they don't express to others, and are good with dogs. So for Can See Glimpses of the Future, I chose Break Up From Hell by Anne Davila Cardinal. The FMC in this has visions of the world ending soon. For Mysterious, I chose Does It Hurt again because the blurb makes the FMC seem very mysterious. We don't even get her real name because she impersonates other people and takes their names. Who is she? No one knows. Very mysterious indeed. For innate knowledge of trivial information, I chose Let's Get Quizzical. That looks so fun. I read the blurb for this so long ago that I low-key forgot the plot, so don't quote me on this, but I think it's about two people competing in a trivia competition or something like that. The title supports that idea. Let's Get Quizzical. I mean, come on. That has to be right. That would make the most sense. For Attentive, Big Heart They Don't Express to Others, I chose Say You'll Be Mine by Nina Kumar again. This fits because the blurb says the hero is grumpy, but it also says that he's agreeing to go on dates with people to make his mom happy. And what I got from that is that this grumpy man is actually a huge softie who would do anything to make his loved ones happy. Good with Dogs, I chose Yours Truly because, again, dog on the cover. Then Tyke's Cabin. They have the ability to control luck itself. They're lucky, able to manipulate money, happy-go-lucky, and love games of chance. For ability to control luck itself, I chose Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. I cheated on this one a little bit. The main character can't control luck, but she can detect good and bad luck. And that's close enough for me because I couldn't find a book that fit this prompt that I actually wanted to read. This was the closest equivalent, so I cheated. I don't want to put books on TBR that I don't genuinely want to read to me. For lucky, I chose Just My Luck by Adele Parks because it follows a woman who won the lottery, and you have to be pretty lucky to do that. Able to manipulate money by... Oh, I was about to say Able to Manipulate Money by Anna Hong, even though she didn't write the prompt, you silly goose. She wrote the book that fits the prompt, which is Twisted Lies. This one is going to be a little bit of a stretch, but I didn't know what to put here. Because what does that even mean? Able to manipulate money? I just picked a billionaire romance because money. The prompt has to do with money. Christian Harper has money. It's close enough. Happy-go-lucky, I chose Sunny Disposition. The FMC in this is a happy-go-lucky, sunshine-esque character. And then Love Games of Chance. I chose Black Number 4. We already talked about this. The FMC likes to play poker, and that is a game of chance, right? This is a little embarrassing, but I don't know anything about poker. Is it a game of chance or skill? I have no idea. I think it's more so chance, right? Maybe not. I have no idea. I am not a gambler. Is her name Hecate? Hecate's Kevin? I don't know. But she is giving in that picture. Wow, she is fierce. Doesn't a Carabin have the ability to understand and oh my goodness, words. Ability to understand and interpret prophecies. There we go. They're mysterious. They have innate knowledge of trivial information, tend to have a big heart that they don't express to others, and are good with dogs. So, for the ability to understand and interpret prophecies, I chose Beastly Kingdom. There's a prophecy mentioned in the blurb, and it's enemies lovers, where he tries to assassinate him. That's so fun! And the next three we already talked about in Heaps Cabin, so we'll skip over those. And then for Good with Dogs, I chose My High by Liz Humford because I think I heard somewhere that the FMC volunteers at a dog shelter or an animal shelter or something like that. And that's the last cabin. So now I'm going to take this quiz and see what I got. Let's enter my name here and start the quiz. So I chose a cabin. Or not a cabin, a quiz that includes every cabin. So we could get any of them. Oh my gosh, 20 questions. This is going to take a while. This video is going to be so long. And TBR videos are usually pretty short. Except mine. They always end up being so long. Which of these do you like the most? Sleeping? Yeah. Drawing, building machines, makeup, cooking, baking, taking care of the environment, dancing in the rain, gambling, competitive sports, social issues, and politics, helping people being alone. Yeah. Partying, making or listening to music, or pulling pranks. No reading? Okay. So, I don't know. Sleeping? I do like being alone. Actually, I really like being alone. That's not my favorite thing. But out of these, it probably is. None of these are like... I don't know. They're just not calling to me. What is your worst fear? Snakes, spiders, oh my gosh. Terrifying. Death, becoming an adult, losing. Are you serious? Heights, fire or burning? That is pretty terrifying. Yeah. My loved ones... Oh, okay. Loved ones dying. That's a big one. People thinking badly of me. None of these. People finding out my secrets. Bad people getting away with bad things. This is probably the worst of them. For me. What is the most important to you? The people I love, power. Oh my goodness. Who is clicking this? Peace, justice, winning, chance, keeping my secrets safe, making sure everyone is happy, me being the best, or the best I can be. The people I love. Yeah. I want to make sure everyone... I love making people happy. I want everyone to be happy. Okay. What do you want people to see you as most? A leader, selfless, a winner, just, intelligent, handy, welcoming. Yeah, fun, scary, brave. Someone that shouldn't be messed with. Rawr! Kind, comforting, good at everything, someone to respect. I mean, I want people to think of me as a welcoming person. What about yourself do you hide the most? I hide how much I really care about people. I hide how angry I am. I do that. Because I just don't like to be mad. And I don't want to let people know I'm mad. So I try to bottle it up and act like I'm not mad. Even though I kind of am. Because I just don't want to be seen as dramatic. I had the fact that I don't really feel like a leader. No. Everyone knows I'm not a leader. I don't try to hide it. I'm not meant to lead. I'm a follower through and through. I hide how insecure I am. I mean, I don't really hide it. I am kind of insecure. But I also let people know. And I think people can just tell because I'm so shy. Even though I'm happy, I'm really sad and struggling. I had the fact that I feel really left out. I had the fact that I don't feel powerful. games are more than just games. I had angry I am because no one will listen. I had how much I really miss them because there's nothing that'll make them come back. That is so sad. How unprepared and afraid I am. I had the fact that their words really hurt. Okay. Yeah, I do that. I don't have anything to hide. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this because I really don't act mad ever. Which of these describes you best? People tend to be afraid of me. I hope not. Athletic, absolutely not. Immature. People do say I'm immature because, I don't know, I act like a child sometimes. Like, I'm just doing, like, things that people do as a child. I still do them as an adult. Like, jumping on trampolines and crap. Like, someone called me childish because I was jumping on a trampoline. But it's just stuff like that. That's, like, why can't adults do that? Because it's fun. Why shouldn't we do that? Because we're older. I think it's silly. But people think I'm immature. Adrenaline junkie. I love to party. I like to look pretty. Who doesn't? Natural leader, easygoing, friendly, loyal, but I have a dark side. Oh, okay. I was about to click in that I have a dark side. I mean, everyone, I guess, kind of does have a little bit of a darkness in them. But it's not like a dark side. Lazy. Love art and color. I like to be alone doing my own thing. I don't really understand people all that well. And I don't know how to comfort them. I just like time doing my projects instead. That is kind of me. I like people. I feel like I can kind of understand people. And I'm quite observant, if I do say so myself. But I do like to be alone, working on my projects. And I also don't know how to comfort people. I'm really bad at that. I'm very quick. No. I come off as rude, confident, nurturing, activist, need respect, like to travel. I think I'm gonna go with I like being alone. Which of the powers do you want most? Waterbending, control over lightning, firebending, necromancy, superintelligence, enhanced ability to win, mind control, all magic, ability to make your enemy significantly weaker. I don't have many enemies, so that's useless. Lightbending, controlling plants, to get away with almost anything with no trouble. That is very tempting. But I also feel like I need consequences, otherwise the person I will become, awful. So which one? Super intelligent? I mean, yeah. Who wouldn't want that? I want to know everything there is to know. Pick a color. Pink! Yeah, not even gonna look at them. Pink's my favorite. Choose which one describes you best. Oh my gosh, we're only on question 9? I thought I've been doing this for such a long time. I thought we made it through, like, 15. Choose which one describes you best. I like to be in control. I like to do things that remind me of being a kid again. I like to be friendly. Oh, but when I'm angry, no, that's not me. Family's everything. I like people to be afraid of me. No, music is an outlet. Watching people get what they deserve. That is very satisfying. I like to master the things I love to do and know everything about them. Yeah, when I find something I like, I become obsessed. Like with reading, that's all I do now. And I like to know everything, like every book. I take pictures of it. If I see a book I don't know, I will take a picture of it and research it. I need to know like every book. Winning's the best feeling. I don't feel connected to other people, and I'm afraid of them hurting me or betraying me. I take risks. Life of the party. I cope by sleeping all day. All I want is world peace. That is true. I don't normally like people. Not true. I have a strange attachment to objects. I do. I really do. Books, dolls, other things. I'm very possessive of my objects. Very good at giving people advice. Not really. Giving gifts is my love language. I think I'm gonna go with this. Yeah. Who doesn't want world peace? Pick one. I don't like when people make assumptions about me. Yeah, definitely not. I will not be disrespected. I will not be disrespected. You might think I'm weak, but you just can't see the power. Okay. You call it evil, I call it right. I don't lose. Everyone has a dark side. Yeah, that is true. I mean, everyone's got a little something there. No one's perfect. You might think I'm cold, but I'm the best friend you will ever have if you give me the chance. Yes. Yes, I am. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm a great person to be around. But I'm so shy that people think I'm cold or like expressionless, a little, I don't know. They just think I'm rude and cold. But I'm literally, I love people. I just wish people would talk to me because I can't talk to them because I'm shy, so I won't approach them. You know what I mean? I just need people to talk to me and it'll be nice and we can be besties. War is pointless. Whoever said death is scary, chances better than nothing. The youth can and will change the world. Skill over strength. We only have one Earth. We need to take care of it. Absolutely. If you mess with fire, you get burned out. And underestimate the power of secrets. I think I'm gonna go with this one because that rings very true to me. Which friend are you? Mom friend, crazy friend, blah. Therapist friend, innocent friend, sneaky friend, always happy friend, the perfectionist friend, the sporty friend, the one that gets everyone together, or that everyone met first. The friend that people forget is there. That's me because I don't talk half the time. How do you feel about your friends? I don't really have any. Yeah. Fun to hang out with. I would do anything for them. I have a lot and we know everything about each other. I drift through a lot from groups. I'm friends with everyone. I have few. I'm friends with pretty much anyone who's willing. Yeah. I am desperate. I don't have many because people tend to see me exclusively as leader. No. Were you ever bullied? If so, why? People thought I was ugly. I was the bully. People were jealous for still playing with toys, being childish, for being lazy, for being nerdy. I was well liked. I stood up to bullies. I bullied the bullies. People thought I was a freak. I was kind of picked on for being quiet, but not, I don't know, it was more like teasing. Like mean-spirited teasing, but I don't know if it was necessarily bullying. I feel like that's kind of an extreme word. So none of these really fit. Maybe I'll just do people thought I was a freak because I was so quiet. What do other people normally see you as? They think I'm very nice and friendly. I mean, this is how I want to come off, but sometimes I'm so quiet that people think I don't like them. So I don't know if that's, mostly if there's a better one. Sometimes they talk to me like I'm a puppy. Okay. They're normally intimidated. Okay. They think I'm cool and envy me. I wish. They either think I'm funny or annoying. Normally think I'm grumpy, but that's just my sense of humor. They think I'm really pretty and hit on me. I might make them on edge, but they think I'm nice. I feel like this one. I feel like sometimes at first they're a little on edge because I'm so quiet, but then once we're talking, they're like, realize I'm not mean, and I don't hate them. Which one are you? Respected and mysterious, peaceful and unique. I'm peaceful. Unique, I'm not very unique. I don't do anything that's super cool and different. Orderly and powerful, selfless and playful. I do like to be playful. I'm not totally selfless, but no one is. Athletic, friendly and easygoing, impulsive and violent, intelligent, dreamy and comforting, motherly and humble. I am pretty motherly towards kids. Towards older people, I just feel weird, like, acting like a mother towards them because they are grown. Outgoing and confident, sarcastic, risk taker, intuitive, vengeful, cold, awkward, sly and welcoming. I think maybe intuitive and caring. I'd like to think I'm intuitive, and I am very caring. How do you feel about the people you hate? I don't hate anyone, dislike maybe, but never hate. Yeah, I hate saying I hate people. Because I just feels mean. I try to be understanding of most people, even if they do something that really irritates me. I'm just like, okay, I dislike that, but I don't like to say I hate anyone ever. I don't like to waste my time or energy on things like that. Okay, I think we're just gonna go with this one because it's the most fitting. I know the other ones aren't gonna fit as well. What matters most in the world, or even just in your life? Skill or wisdom, justice and balance, and then peace. Rest, the earth, order and power, love. Victory, luck, war, having fun. The youth, choices, life after death. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these are so important. I feel like I'm going with love, because what's the point of life if no one is loving? But also having fun. I don't know, because having fun, what's the point of life if you're not having fun? Like, I feel like someone could live a fulfilling life if they don't have a romantic, but love doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It could be friendly love. Okay, I think we're gonna go with love. What is your Hogwarts house? I was a Hufflepuff last time I took the test, but that was like 3 years ago. What is your favorite genre? Where's romance? Yeah, there it is. The sports channel. How it's made? Absolutely not. Who do you think your godly parent is? Any of them? I don't know. I'm gonna choose Iris just because she's gorgeous. And she's probably my favorite, just looking at her. She's stunning. Okay. We'll go with that. What? Oh my gosh! Look at Iris! So my godly parents, did they literally just give me Iris because I said I wanted her as my godly parent? And the rest of the quiz is just for nothing. Let's see what it says. Iris is the goddess of rainbows, and her demigod children stay in Kevin 14. You might be really creative and have a colorful, unique personality. Your demigod abilities would be photokinesis, color manipulation, sometimes light bending, making supersonics, canned getting free as Iris messages. Known members, Butch Walker, here's Olympus. Okay, now let's re-go over the books in her cabin. To recap, those in Iris' cabin have wings, are extremely good artists, have bright and colorful personalities, have rainbow-like hair, and are peaceful. So how fitting is this for me, actually? Wings, don't have those. Extremely good artists, not really, but I can trace real well. Bright and colorful personalities. If I get to know you, I do. On the outside, though, with strangers, I am silent. Rainbow-like hair, nope. I have dull brown hair. Peaceful, yeah, I'm pretty peaceful. And then again, to recap the books I got, Sail Be Mine by Nina Kumar, House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, and In Love with Louis Prescott. Okay, we'll go more in depth with all these right now. The first book on TBR, Sail Be Mine by Nina Kumar. I love this cover so much. We're gonna read the blurb together because I honestly forgot what I read. I just briefly looked at all these to make sure they fit the prompt, and then I forgot everything I read. So, let's see. In this utterly charming debut novel, a teacher with big dreams joins forces with a no-nonsense engineer to survive an ex's wedding and escape matchmaking pressure from their Indian families. Their plan? Faking an engagement? Of course. Oh my goodness. Fake engagement. I forgot I read. Oh, I just noticed there's a ring on the cover. I totally missed that until just now when I read that. Okay, I'm so excited now. Megna Ramon's parents wanted her to be an engineer, but instead she's followed her passion, becoming a theater teacher and an aspiring playwright. But when she discovers that her beloved writing partner, best friend, and secret crush Seth is suddenly engaged, and not to her, the audacity, she realizes he's about to become the one that got away. Even worse, he's asked her to be his best man. Oh my goodness, this is awful. And worse than that, there's more. She's agreed. Determined to try and move on and relieve a bit of the pressure she feels, Sorry, I have to swallow because I've been hungry for so long. Megna agrees to let her parents introduce her to a potential match. Maybe she'll even find the engineer her family wishes she became. Grumpy, handsome engineer Karthik Murthy has seen enough of his parents' marriage to know that it isn't for him. He only agreed to his mother's matchmaking attempts to make her happy, never dreaming he would meet someone as vibrant as Megna. Though he can't offer her a real marriage, a fake engagement could help Megna soothe the sting of planning Seth's wedding festivities, and Karthik avoid the absurd number of setups his mother's planned for next year. He seems so sweet, a grumpy man doing these nice things for his mom to make her happy. Aww. But as they find common ground and grow protective of one another's hearts, aww, again, that's cute, and learn to fall for the flaws they thought they hated, an undeniable chemistry takes shape. Soon, Megna and Karthik's expectations and insecurities threaten to risk something that's become a lot more real than they hoped, of course. This is a delightful trip back to the heyday of swoony romantic comedies from the 90s. I'm so excited for this. It sounds so cute. The second book we have is a fantasy romance. I don't have the blurb for this one because it is the second book in a series, and if I gave you the blurb, it would probably spoil something that happened in the first book. But the first book was a murder mystery, but I don't know if we're still doing something like that because the murder mystery was solved at the end of the book, so I think we're moving away from that. Not really sure what to expect with this one. I'm excited though. We have Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I don't know what this is about, but the cover is so sick. That looks so cool. I'm so excited to read this. Let's read it now and find out what I'm getting into. Around the world, black handprints are appearing on doorways, scorched there by winged strangers who have crept through a slit in the sky. What? This is so cool. In a dark and dusty shop, a devil's supply of human teeth grows dangerously low. What is happening? And in the tangled lanes of Prague, a young art student is about to be caught in a brutal otherworldly war. This is so intense. already. This is gonna be so good. Karu? She fills her sketchbooks with monsters that may or may not be real. She's prone to disappearing on mysterious errands, and she speaks many languages, not all of them human. And her bright blue hair actually grows out of her head that color. Who is she? That is the question that haunts her, and she's about to find out. So she's an alien? When beautiful haunted Akiva fixes fiery eyes on her in an alley in Marrakesh, the result is blood and starlight, secrets unveiled in a star-crossed love whose words drink deep of a violent past. But will Karu live to regret learning the truth about herself? This sounds so good. This sounds action-packed, intense, star-crossed lovers too, so it might be sad. I'm so excited, and I think this is part of a series. This sounds so good. I'm so excited for this, actually. And then we have a love song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. An epic love story, 100 years in the making. Wait, can they travel through time? Are they? I didn't think this was a fantasy, but can they live forever? Let's see. Leap years are a strange, enchanted time, and for some, even a single February can be life-changing. Ricky Wilde has many talents, but being a Wilde isn't one of them. As the impulsive, artistic daughter of a powerful Atlanta dynasty, she is the opposite of our famous socialite sisters. Where there are long-stemmed roses, she's a dandelion, an adorable bloom that's actually a weed. Oh, I was gonna say adorable bloom, oh, and then she called herself a weed. Born to flow wherever the wind blows. In her bones, Ricky knows that somewhere a different, more exciting life awaits her. Yes, and we're gonna find it with her. When regal nonagenarian, don't know what that means, Miss Dell invites her to rent the bottom floor of her Harlem brownstone. Ricky jumps at this chance for a fresh beginning. She leaves behind her family, wealth, and chaotic romantic decisions to realize her life, her dream of opening a flower shop. Oh, that's so cute. And just beneath the surface of her new neighborhood, the music, stories, and dazzling drama of the Harlem Renaissance still simmers. I love when books take place in a flower shop, because it's just such a cute setting, such a cute, cozy setting. One evening in February, as the heady, curiously off-season scent of night-blooming jasmine fills the air, Ricky encounters a handsome, deeply mysterious stranger who knocks her world off balance in the most unexpected way. This sounds good. Set against the backdrop of modern Harlem and Renaissance glamour, a love song for Ricky Wilde is a swoon-worthy love story of two passionate artists drawn to magic, romance, and the opportunity of New York, and whose lives are uniquely and irreversibly linked. Okay, I'm excited. I'm not too into art though, so I don't know if that's gonna affect how much I like it if it focuses too much on the artistic factor. But I do like the flower setting, and it just sounds like there's gonna be a lot of passion, some finding yourself. So I'm ready for it. Last book on April's TBR. I'm so tired. Oh my goodness, I want to go to sleep. I want to finish filming this. The last book on April's TBR is In Love with Louis Prescott by Sarah Smith. Also, the reason I'm only choosing 5 books for this TBR is because last month I chose 23 and there was like no room for mood reading. I did deviate from a little bit, but I did follow it for most of the month, and I do want to mood read. So I'm not going to be choosing too much for April because I want to mood read my heart out. I deserve it after March. Let's see what this is about. A woman's peaceful life is turned upside down when a bad boy, TV star, comes to town in Sarah Smith's new laugh-out-loud romantic comedy, a rom-com. Yay! I love laughing. After what I went through in The Fault in Our Stars, I need this. I really do. She needs a break. So do I from sad books. Fed up with the long hours at her prestigious San Francisco architecture firm, Harper Elorza has traded the overcrowded city for the sleepy seaside town of Half Moon Bay. Her plan to renovate her late grandparents' house has some snags, though. It's in worse condition than expected. The costs are piling up, and her savings are dwindling fast. He needs to hide out. A chance encounter with TV hunk Louis Prescott might be the solution to her problems. After a career-killing meltdown, he's desperate for a place to lie low for a while. He offers to help Harper remodel the house for free. Very generous. Okay. If she lets him stay there. He's famous, he's handsome, and he's surprisingly good with his hands. Okay. Oh, I wonder what she's gonna do with those. Probably just hammer in some nails, nothing else. Nothing to see here. They need each other. Aww. As their living arrangements become more intimate, so did their conversations. Turns out, there's more to Louis than she ever would have guessed, but Harper knows she needs to keep her hands And her heart to herself. After all, her hard-earned, quiet coastal life could never be enough for a TV star determined to return to the A-list. Could it? Spoiler alert. It could. I'm very excited for this. I'm excited for all... Oh. We're just gonna ignore that. Oh my goodness. I want to fall asleep too, computer. Good night. Can you guys tell I'm delirious from sleep? It's 1:30 in the morning. I started filming this at like 11. But, you know, I had to retake things. Things were happening. It has been so long. I did not think this video was going to take this long. It's been 50 minutes. For a TBR video? That is wild. That is wild. I spent so long on making this and filming it. This took so much effort, honestly. But this is a TBR. I'm very excited. We got 2 fantasy romances. One's adult, one's YA, and then 3 romances. 2 of them are rom-coms. One of them is more serious. I'm very excited. Lots of romance in April. And I'm also unofficially adding Field of Fire to the April TBR because there's no way I'm not reading that book. Anyway, this is the end of the video. Finally, I'm sure you're all clapping, saying, finally, time for you to stop talking. You talk so much. Yeah. Well, now it really is good night. That's the end. Goodbye. See you next time.